Hello guys, welcome back. I'm Julie and I'm here to do my reaction video for season 2, episode 20 of Dawson's Creek. This time the title of the episode is Reunited, and we are back, we're ready, we are excited for a new episode of Dawson's Creek. With this, we have only 2 more episodes to go for the season 2 finale, and I'm very excited for it, especially because everyone is hyping season 3, and I'm like, sometimes I feel like that's a spoiler, but it's also like I can't, you know, just force you guys not to be excited about something, you know? But that makes me excited, and that just puts my expectations very high, and if they are not met, then I'm gonna be pissed. But either way, I am excited. I'm excited for, you know, for the season finale, of course, that I'm gonna watch today. I don't care at what time I end this binge, but I am going to definitely do it. I'm gonna post it and I'm gonna give all of that to you guys. So yes, Reunited is a new episode that we're gonna watch. This is following the Abby Morgan funeral episode. At the end, she came back to haunt us, and I was like, it was the scariest thing I have witnessed on this type of TV shows, okay? So I was like, nah, you know? So anyways, we're gonna see how that turns out. Maybe it's just, you know, Andy feeling guilty that she was taking the diary. Who knows? You know, let's see. If they go Riverdale with the supernatural, I will die. But I don't think the show is going there, so I don't think it's going there. If it's going supernatural, I will drop it. Anyways, I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited as well. Give it a thumbs up if you love Dawson's Creek. Subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. You can go to Patreon and watch the full uncut extended version for this reaction and so much more. So in case you guys want to do that, link as always will be in the description down below. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys like it. If you're on Patreon, you get to watch the next 2 episodes right after I finish this one. I start reacting to the next one. So, a matter of an hour between episodes, you will get the other 2 as well. So, stay tuned for that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys like it. And without further ado, let's just begin with Season 2, Episode 20 of Dawson's Creek. Here we go. Okay, this is cute.
To incorporate a little honesty.
You know, I have to agree with Joey. I mean,
I invited Jack, and I better not need an invitation.
I live here now.
Let's face it,
Oh!
guys, we're this far.
Kill him.
But you know what? I'm happy you all together, though. You believe how many feathers that pillow has?
Wow.
Oh, wait, there wasn't a time jump or something? What happened? When she left, she was blonde, like in the previous scene. What the hell? What the hell just happened? 3 years later. What? No. She looks,
You know,
she looks like, let's be real. She looks like Kyler Lee. Doesn't she? She looks like when she was Lexi Gray. I'm just saying. Because sometimes I'm like, is it the same actress? But it's not the same actress.
Jack, clearly, love beautiful. You've never looked
Liars, both of you.
You look cute.
She did herself. Love Grant.
I think she looks amazing. What the fuck is he? Do you see ghosts now, Andy? Is that your brother, Tim, that you're hallucinating?
What's tonight? 1-month anniversary.
Ah.
We are, or are.
Joey, we are boring, trite people.
White people.
Okay, we're absolutely in.
You did it.
Surprise until you got all persnickety on me. It's okay.
You could call her.
I don't know.
What do you think?
La Llorona? Who you think? Oh, I feel for Jen, you know, I feel like she's so misunderstood. Like, and let's be real, like, her parents did not want to deal with her and pack her bags and send her to a place where she knew no one, okay? So it's like, you know. Oh, that's so cute.
Okay, I do admit that wasn't a prepared statement.
Yeah, I figured.
Kind of like the music that apparently. Ah, I see dead people, but this is not good. But it probably means that, you know, the brain is such a powerful. The mind is such a powerful thing that, you know, you sometimes, because this has happened to me, you know, you think you're not ready to deal with something that has been locked in your mind since forever. But somehow, for some reason, your brain decides you're ready. Or if you're not ready, here it comes without warning. So it is best to deal with it. I mean, there's such a stigma around medications, you know, for mental illness and all of that. And, you know, this show was what, back in the 90s. So for them to be able to speak about this without, you know, making it like, oh, she crazy and things like that, I think is really good. I mean, they're probably gonna do a few jokes or a few comments about it in the way that we wouldn't do now. But I think that it raises awareness, and that is good. And I definitely wasn't expecting that from a show from that time. Okay, so we're doing good. So now I know that he's not a cripple. He's actually the ghost of her brother. Well, not the ghost, the image of his brother, of her brother, Tim, whatever his name was. Wait, isn't, I don't get it. Brown? If they kiss, I will die. Wait, hold on, who is he? I thought he was Tim. And he called him Brown.
That provides some clarity.
He's on a
that lets you know where you need to go.
You know what the clarity you need? He's on a date right now. Speaking French. Honey, go to Philadelphia. We could have gone someplace else. He's very cute. Oh, I don't think 2 more people fit on that table. Oh my god! Drama.
Something.
Is Pacey hearing this? Or just
Confused.
Andy?
Miss Kennedy.
Oh, there is a sign.
I'm not
There is a sign.
I don't believe that.
Well, I think you
And I know
have
don't
to,
believe
you
it,
know.
I'm telling you, if there's even
There is this thing, right? She cheated on him, all right? Because she was bored, whatever. She cheated, okay? She has to deal with the repercussions of that. There was a small chance that he will say, yes, I'm going to take you back and we're going to go back to how things were. And there was a big chance that he will say, no, let's move on with our lives. He has every right to move on with his life. So I understand Dawson, because of course you want your parents together. But at one point you have to understand that it's a lot healthier for your parents to be apart than to be in a marriage where they don't trust each other, where the dad is always going to, you know, put that like on her face every time he gets. And like, that is not healthy. That is toxic, you know? So he has to understand that this romance thing is in his head. And Gail has to accept the fact that she made a mistake and there was a chance for him not to forgive her. And that is okay. Because if it was the other way around and he cheated on her, we'll be like, nah, girl, don't take him back. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Right? So, let him move on.
smallest part of you that wants to work things out with her.
And is sent from another table who wishes to remain named.
I just feel that the quality in films these days, you know,
The poor guy, you know, he's like, I just want to give you the wine. But like, I love the fact that Gail got like the big ass table for her and Jen, and they are in like this small little thing. I don't know why they haven't just moved to Gail's table and be like, Dad, good night.
Andy.
Andy.
Come on, Annie, open this door.
The commerciality of it.
She's having a mental breakdown, isn't she? Psychotic break or something like that, because she's seeing people that is not. Andy, I love her so much.
Harry met Sally, but it's called bitter.
Oh, Joey.
Well, on that note, if you'll excuse me.
Joey.
Joey, can I talk to you for a second?
I thought we were not gonna do this.
He knows. Maybe he knows and I don't know.
Just wait and watch.
Okay, so they're doing like Rachel, right? Remember that episode where Joey and Phoebe set Rachel and Ross on terrible dates so they will reunite? I think this is the same thing, basically.
I appreciated the gesture.
She didn't send any wine? Look at them, they're like,
Oh, well, you know more. Miss Maturity.
Ooh. 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 I couldn't care less about them, though. I'm sorry. Nicole is like, the fuck you just did?
Annie, what was that? What broke? Are you all right? Let me try this.
Oh, Jesus Christ, sweetie.
You have to, Andy.
You guys have to call
You have to
911.
choose.
Is this like a representation of her trying to
Open this
harm
door,
herself?
Come out here and choose me. Please.
Oh my god. I love Pacey so much. I love him so much. He's so good. Oh my god. Oh, sweetie.
Come here.
It's okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That was so... Oh, that scene was so powerful.
Sure of that as I am of anything.
I'm gonna... Hopefully you're not disappointed. I think Philadelphia it is. I don't think you can have sex on a boat. But I think he's gonna try.
Closing the deal.
Oh.
Potter. You vulgar little thing. Plain ordinary thought of mine.
What difference does it make?
A teenage guy, it makes.
I think you're only gonna get a kiss. Oh, it's a tongue. Okay, Dawson Leary.
Like, really considered it, or like you just thought about it, considered it?
Yeah,
Just shut
Dawson.
up and row.
Oh, you're forceful.
Okay, guys, so that was the end of season 2, episode 20 of Dawson's Creek. And I'm going to be completely honest. I couldn't care less about the Mitch, Gail, Nicole situation. Like, I feel like this was the 1 month anniversary of Dawson and Joey, and they needed to have a romantic night, right? I mean, it was cute when they were on the boat, but I think they deserve to have like a full night of them being just romantic and silly, and I would have loved to see that rather than to spend time with Mitch and Gail. I'm sorry, but Mitch and Gail just don't do it for me. I don't know if it's just because, you know, they are so not connected to the main story. You know, this is a story about these teenagers, you know, and like I am way more interested in like seeing Jen rebuild her relationship with her Grams than I am with Mitch and Gail. Like, I couldn't care less, honestly. I know that it affects Dawson, whatever decision his parents make, because he loves them and cares for them, and like I said, dude, I totally understand that. But if they can have those conversations off cameras, I wouldn't mind. You know what I mean? So, what ifs? That whole thing that happened, I couldn't care less about. I couldn't care less about Gail's sign. The sign was like she walked into that door and he was on a date with another woman. That is your sign, honey. Right? And you have to accept it. Finally, you have to really, really accept the fact that you made a mistake in your relationship, and Mitch has every right to say, actually, no, I don't want to be with you because you cheated on me and I don't trust you anymore. You know, and someone has to have that talk with Dawson and tell him, hey boy, you know, I know you care about your mom, you know, and about your dad, and you want them to be together. But sometimes, you know, in order to have a healthy relationship as parents, they have to be apart. It's difficult, I understand, but, you know, he's practically like begging his dad to just take his mom back when, you know, Mitch is not, one, he doesn't want to. He's not ready for that. And like, most importantly, he doesn't want to, you know, so let's just move over that, I think. It's just, and like, stop wasting my time with Gail and Mitch. Anyways, what else happened on this episode? This lovely episode. Yeah, well, Dawson and Joey had their first month anniversary. I honestly thought they were about to do it on the boat. And I was like, I don't think you can rock this boat. I don't think it's going to work, you know? But anyways, they didn't do it on the boat, thankfully. But yeah, it was cute, and like they are, like Joey's considering thinking about it, right? Or something like that. Something as weird as that. But she's considering it. I don't know what the hell that means, honestly. Honestly, I don't know what it means, but, you know, she's considering having that, you know, I don't know if you can say, like, opportunity or whatevs, you know. She's considering having sex with him, but she's thinking about considering it. So she's going in the process very slowly, and look, she can have all the time she needs to think about it. To consider it first, to think about it, and then think about it, say no, and then consider again, and then think about it. You know, she can have all the time she wants, and honestly, as much as Dawson is like, well, what does that mean? And like, he's kind of being funny, he is not the type of guy that he's gonna force, you know, or push her to make the decision faster. Like, he's not gonna do that. He cares about Joey too much, and he's not that type of guy. You know, I know he said, well, I'm just a teenage guy. I understand that because he wanted to have that conversation about where she was in the process of thinking about them having sex. But I think that it like, when the time comes and like, she's really like, I'm not ready, I don't think he's going to be like, oh no, I want it, you know, so it's just like, it was silly, it was funny, and it was cute that they think about it and like that they talked about it. I think it was extremely cute. Anyways, what else? Oh, what else? What else happened on this freaking episode? Well, the most important thing about this episode is that we continue to love Pacey. Like, Pacey is the hero of this story. I know this show is titled Dawson's Creek, and I know Dawson is our leading man, right? And, you know, the story, it goes around him and is very, but the heart of this show is Pacey. Sue me if I'm wrong. Sue me right now. Sue me. Go ahead and file the how is it? The lawsuit. file it. I'm not lying. Like, he is the heart of this show. He is what this show is about. Even if the show is titled Dawson's Creek, okay? This is what the show is about, you know? This is like, you know, this kind teenagers just learning how to live. And at the heart of this entire story is not Dawson. It's Pacey, okay? So, my love for him is like grows by the minute, okay? Not by the episode. Every single minute on every single episode, my love grows, okay? So he's amazing. I'm not gonna go ahead and say, oh, you know, he's just trying to repay what Andy did for him. I know he said that, but it goes so farther beyond that. He really saw her like in distress. He's very perceptive, you know, and a true empath, right? He has that empathy. He can feel when something is wrong, right? Whether if it's with Andy or whoever it is, he is very good at that. And he, you know, in this episode, like, imagine having to confront or to help someone that you deeply care about and they're going through this. And you have to, you know, put your ideas about what mental health is, everything, your judgments about it, and your ignorance as well aside, and just be there for that person. What Pacey gave to not only Andy but also Jack in this situation, Jack was scared. He went like numb. He just like, he didn't know what to say. Like at that moment, yes, he helped Andy, but he helped Jack as well, because Jack was petrified. He didn't knew what to say. He didn't like, and like, he probably went back to the time, right, where he got where this episode happened with his mom. So he couldn't talk. He couldn't process anything, you know? And thankfully he was there with for both of them, and he was able to help, right? I will have called, like, sadly he did not find the car with the doctor's number, but I feel like they should have called 911, because she was like not good, you know, and they could have like something that she did not wanted to do could have happened, right? So it was so scary. It was so freaking scary. That moment was just, oh my God. And the way he dealt with it, you know, he just spoke from his heart, you know, and at that moment, thankfully, it was everything that she needed. But I am also glad and proud of Pacey that, you know, when he put her to bed and all of that, then he's like, nah, man, like, maybe time is what she needs to heal. But then Jack finally is able to talk to him, and he says, well, we all thought that with our mom, that all she needed was time, and we gave her the time to heal, and it was too late for her. So what he does is, like, at that moment, he put everything aside once again, and he listens to Jack, to what Jack is saying, to, you know, the fact that Jack is probably as scared as Andy is about this as scared as he is, you know, and he does the right thing, which is put his ego of, like, I am the savior, you know, and I'm gonna help her, because sometimes when it comes to mental health and mental illness, we believe that we alone can do better, because, like, going into a mental institution or getting help from doctors, psychiatrists, and things like that is so terrible that first we try to fix it on our own, right? And it's not how it works. You know, when you see these signs, you don't need to just carry that on with you and say, I'm gonna do all of that. No, because you're not professionally trained for it. And there is this balance in the brain, and it needs the medication. It's like you see someone having an asthma attack and you don't give them the inhaler that they need, you know, and you just pat the back. That's not gonna do shit, you know? So I'm so happy that both of them, Jack and Pacey, at that moment were able to say, you know what? Like, even Jack, who doesn't want anything to do with his dad, he's like, we need an adult, right? We need to be realistic about this. We need an adult, one. He is Andy's dad, you know, two. And he has the resources financially to help Andy, okay? So it is his duty to help. So he's putting also his problems with his dad aside to help and protect his sister, you know? So honestly, I didn't really thought they were going to go there. And I think that they didn't exploit anything with this storyline, because sometimes there are shows, there are, you know, movies and things like that, you know, where they are very much we're gonna do this week is like mental health week, right? So we're gonna do the good thing of like talking about mental health. Next episode we're gonna forget about it, right? They don't do that. This is something that has been happening with Andy throughout the season. You know, this is something that Andy has had to deal with. You know, she was better, she went off her meds, she started therapy. But sadly, you know, the passing and the death of Abby triggers something for her. So it's time to address that. It's time to help her, you know. And this episode that was the most, you know, dramatic one, I feel, for Andy, I think it was made very, it was touched very well, right? It was sensitive. It was, you know, the right amount. I don't think they did it for the sake of doing it or for, you know, just to gain some woke points. I don't think there were woke points back then, but they did not do it because of that. They did it because that's just what the character is going through, you know. It felt very natural. As dramatic as it is, it felt natural, you know. So yeah, I am hopeful that you know, they continue with this, right? In the sense of like helping her, talking more about mental health and about mental illnesses. You know, I would love if they actually put a name on what it's that she's going through. I mean, I could say she seems bipolar, or maybe it's just a psychotic break or whatever, but I want them to actually use the terms, because I think it's important, because Danny brings up, you know, oh, you know, people will be like, oh, what does bipolar actually means? And you do your research and you're more, you have more knowledge about it, you know, and like, that is good because you open a conversation, and that will always be good for this type of subjects that are so taboo, you know. So yeah, it was a great episode. It was done very well. Pacey's a hero and the heart of this freaking show. I don't care that it's titled Dawson's Creek. This is Pacey's Creek, okay? No disrespect to Dawson. He's great, okay? He, like, from the teenager we meet on season 1 that is very self-centered, he has grown a lot in a year, you know? But still, this show should have been titled Pacey's Creek. Anyways, I love the episode. Like I said, I think it was very important, and I cannot wait to watch the next episode and then the season finale. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys continue supporting for more. Give it a lot of thumbs up, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. You can go to Patreon right now and watch the full uncut extended version for this reaction and so much more. So in case you guys want to do that, link as always will be in the description down below. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys like it. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys next time for more reaction videos for Dawson's Creek. That's it. Mwah. Bye guys.